Stephen A. Smith decided to bash Kevin Durant and all the NBA players. Check it out.
I think that I don't blame Kevin Durant for feeling that way. But my whole point is tell the whole story. The players have ruined All-Star Weekend. It's their fault that this is happening. You think Adam Silver and the NBA, in concert with the Players Association, want to be huddling for weeks, if not months, trying to come up with different formats for All-Star Weekend? All you have to do is go out there and play with effort and not have it be a glorified layup line or shooting contest. They play harder in the summertime, training amongst themselves, than they do in front of thousands of fans in an arena and millions watching for a star-studded All-Star Weekend an event. They have shamed the game of basketball. They have shamed the event. It is an absolute embarrassment, and I know it's not popular to say, but I'm Stephen A. I'm going to say it. I have absolutely, positively, I'm sorry, I apologize to the NBA. I love me some Adam Silver. I love me the league office. I appreciate the effort that they put forth. But these players that have shown up on All-Star, I'm not talking about the three-point shooting contest. The slam dunk contest is an atrocity. And the All-Star game is even worse. The lack of effort that they have shown has been such a disgrace. I personally have no desire to be in attendance for it. It is an embarrassment. And just so you know, Doggy, as an aside, I'm not playing. I'm serious. At some point in time, I'm going to have my own. I'm going to sponsor my own slam dunk contest nationwide. I believe I can go throughout the streets of America and find 5 to 10 elite slam dunkers in this country that would do 10 times a better job than the slam dunk contest at NBA All-Star Weekend and the All-Star game itself. It is all on the players. If you show up and just compete with one another, none of this is happening. This is not Adam Silver's fault. This is not the league's fault. This is the players who basically have said, you know what? We don't feel like the NBA caters enough to us, so we don't give a And as a result, we are going to wink to one another, even though Dr. J, Larry Bird, and all of those guys came talking to them and talking about how their predecessors put importance to this game and stuff. They ignored it. The winks of the world, and they've gone to court, and they play with no effort whatsoever. It is embarrassing, and they should be ashamed of how they have sullied the NBA product. They should be ashamed of themselves.
You do your slam dunk contest, do it outside in New York City.
What's up, y'all? And thank you so much for tapping into my channel. Appreciate y'all. As you heard, that was Stephen A. Smith. He decided to go in on KD, Kevin Durant, and all the NBA players. And he said some really harsh words to all these players. And Stephen A. Smith, he's saying that he could gather a team himself and launch his own basketball all-star game. I think that is a little bit far-fetched, but he's serious. And I remember as a kid, all the players, they would put in 100% on the court when they were selected to play in the NBA All-Star Game. And we all know that the NBA All-Star Game has long been a celebrated showcase of the league's elite talent. But in recent years, its quality has come under scrutiny. And one of the most frequent critiques is the lack of effort from the players. And when you look at an NBA All-Star Game today, it has evolved into a more relaxed, entertainment-driven event where defense is often non-existent. And the emphasis is placed on highlights plays rather than competitive basketball. And the lack of intensity takes away from the spirit of the game, making it feel less like a true contest of skills and more like an exhibition of flashy dunks and three-pointers. And when these fans, when they pull up to the game, the NBA All-Star Games, they expect players to give their 100%, but instead, these players, they coast through the game. It feels more like a casual scrimmage than an elite competition. And Stephen A. even mentioned that they had Larry Bird come talk to these youngsters in the NBA and talk about how important it is to actually give your best and give your 100%. And to be honest, even though I agree with Stephen A. Smith that these players today, they don't give their 100%, I would say that that is a bad idea, because basically you treat these players as kids. To be honest, that's what I think anyways. And this did not help. So make sure to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.